What's up, my friend? How are you? I was I just posted that video about talking about the FBI and freaking laughing at them and quasi statics and asking people about when you have to take a poop, how does it happen in your body? Can you explain it? But what really got me is it's not only your male and female actions of defecation. I'm just gonna sit down right now and see if you pick up anything. Because there's a lot of electricity moving in through here. I just took a walk outside. All this phase shifting for the eyeballs makes it seem like stuff comes from over here. There's an electrical outlet on the floor, like right there. But anyways, sitting in front of an amplifier, guitar, another amplifier. But well, what's going on right now? I want to see if you pick anything up. Well, I'm just sitting here. Little magnetic capacitor, phone line. Well, what comes to mind the most out of everything right now is the I seen a video of some chick yesterday, Amaranth. She was a streamer for Twitch or something like that, and she does video games. And now she's filming herself sleeping. She's the only one I'm gonna say because she's one of the most popular females out there, and she's filming herself sleeping. Is she trying to say something, guys? And she just handled it a different way than I did, and didn't say, "Oh, there's all." Maybe she talked to a lawyer and blah 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 blah, and it happened in private and sued some people. Blah 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 blah. But there's more than just her, is what I'm gonna say. There's more than just this chick Amaranth. But this chick is so popular, and I was just talking about. Let's talk about the proteins and the system of well, men and women have different biological experiences, we could call it. And I just seen this video. I looked up a video called Artificial Intelligence Generated Porno, and it brought up a bunch of transsexuals. You should have seen some of this, like AI generated transsex stuff. But there was a very important video I watched. It was called Artificial Intelligence Milk Machine. Now, there's a robot that was holding a non-human. It was like a cartoon, but it's transgender. It was a female with male waist parts. And there was a very specific machine to milk and do the chest, too. And it was torture. And it was holding a human captive to have multiple orgasms without stopping. And it's a form of torture. And now this is a machine that it portrayed this as. And it was collecting proteins and semen. And so it could, the reason is, so after you're completely, all these proteins and stuff are formed and take place, it wants to calculate mathematically how you regenerate in your head and all through your body. I watched a video of it, and that's what a machine. Now this chick, she's filming herself, okay, and she's on camera. Just imagine with all the stuff I'm talking to you about, and these electrical lines and things like that, these natures, the light bulbs, the electric lines, the quasi statics. Imagine that doing that to her. And that's why she's probably filming her. She's like, these fuckers are just watching me all day anyways. If I don't film it, they're going to make money and sell it. Because your light switches are motion detectors. The LED light bulbs can see you in the house. There's a lot of other things going on, especially with the screens. This geolocation tool, and it has the ability to take your DNA now. So this chick's literally just filming herself 24 hours a day, no matter what she's doing. And if she does do anything private, like if I want to do something private myself, it's being filmed and taken and put on a black market, and or what military grade equals lowest bidder. So now there's a network set up here with devices for people to get in, and birds, trees, grass, power lines, insects, whatever. It's like a network, and it's their devices. Just pretend like it's a cell phone, translucent, transparent cell phone, pairing with an external speaker, like a Bluetooth speaker or a PlayStation controller that pairs with the PlayStation, and it has access to the speaker box. And the speaker box is in the hot, making a speaker out of thin air, out of electrical resonance. And cameras, the size of a grain of salt in 2018. Microphones, the size of a grain of salt in 2018. Right now, it's at nanometers DNA. So this is the area I was I know I talked about PewDiePie and this eye tracking software, the cell phone, wherever your eyeballs go in a cell phone, whatever you're looking at and focus on, it will, like you walk into Walmart, you look at the camera, the AI starts profiling you in squares. So if I'm not saying it's happening to this chick, but she's a good looking chick. She's like a good role model. Her boobs are a little too big in my opinion, but she's a very good looking chick. She's good. Like, yeah, everybody wants to see this, and AI is probably all over it, taking her biometrics, her weights, her shapes. It's called mutual mass acceleration, and this is all being plotted, and it's taking this. And then there's whoever has the data from the street lights to the smart meter for the SCADA system. What are these guys doing with this? And who? My eyeball keeps going up. Look, my friend. If you see my eye, now you got the biometrics of my eye. The HoloLens. And this is optogenetics. Stem cells come out of here. It just has me so frustrated right now. Because anybody, your data within this system, and it's happening. As of right now, as I'm sitting here, it's happening. As soon as I hang up this phone, it's going to get bad. Some people probably don't get bad on. They probably don't even know it's happening. Some people, hey, either you do this or you're going to get beat. Like, it's really strange how some of these people do this shit. Because there should be a lot more people complaining, but they're really not. A lot of people are complaining about identity theft, and this runs hand in hand with what I'm talking about. So, in my opinion, I'm gonna go ahead and say on a just pure on a limb, there's some out of court settlements that took place. Because if you guys, porn is the number one search thing on television, and since she's that beautiful, okay, she's very attractive, and she gets thousands of dudes to come check her out all day. What do you think they do? And now these screens pick this up. She's like a DNA collector. She could have a deal with people. The more people that relieve themselves while watching her picture on her channel, because the phone can record this. She could have a deal set up with that because it's like DNA collection. And if she don't, how you doing, Amaranth? You better just remember me if it makes it to you. You could just buy me a new camera or something, or I need new shoes. That's how you do it. But anyways, this is very concerning. Very, 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 very concerning. Because people were doing it. It's happening. And whether you know it or not, it's happening. It's like, what the shit, man? What the shit? Like, I can show you paperwork forever, but if it don't make sense to you and just talking very scientific and pig Latin, it's not going to make sense. So I'm trying to paint a picture for you on like artificial intelligence influence. This is going to be very big. She's going to probably get replaced, Amaranth. And it's going to be artificial intelligent people where you can't tell the difference and they pass the Turing test with flying colors. Just sit them there playing video games, doing whatever. They're already doing porno. They're already doing. They could film you in your bedroom right now without you knowing. Everyone in this state, it could happen, and then take your face off and put a more known face of a celebrity or something right on there. Whoa. And now they don't even need to do that. It's so good now, it's just automatically artificially generated. And these are data collection points. Believe me, Big Brother, they call it Big Brother, your cell phone knows when you relieve yourself, whether you poop, pee, or sexually orgasm. It knows. And this data's going somewhere. Where's it going? Who's making sex robots right now? Because here's the issue. I'm talking about mechanical things that happen, and I started talking about just surveillance. Now, what happens whenever you start incorporating quasi-static that's a programmable matter? It's like smart dust, you could call it, okay? But the smart dust turns into a device, and the device will do anything you can think of. Your imagination can go run wild, like literally run wild here. And the quasi-static gets all over you, gets on your face, gets in your eyes, your nose. Who's this Sean Ryan show? My phone's so heavily filtered, it must be something good or something. Somebody had to interfere. Whatever. And it gets in your private areas, your where you defecate, where you relieve yourself and urinate, and this quasi-static's going to get there. And when you close, right now it could be a virtual headset, blah blah blah. But in the future, there isn't going to be none. It's going to be a HoloLens, and then they're going to start selling contacts. They already made them that are they recharge off of your tears. But then after that, it's just going to be your human biology, your human biome, because it's happening now. My whole room will change, like a holographic teleportation. Everything will disappear, and something new will. Just like you're in a with the headset on, and you go into a video game world. And the video game world is going to be so indistinguishable from reality, you can't even tell the difference. Dreaming right now is the big one because there's so many different ways to get in someone's dreams, and there's different camera modes for it. Like literally, you have cartoons, realism, black and white, green and black. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot. And there's no oversight. There's nowhere to go. And people want to say that you are as bad as the wolf eating the sheep. It's pretty crazy. Like I just watched that God of War 2018 game. The very beginning of the game, whenever the character you play, God of War, and this other character that can't feel anything and can't die get into the fight in the very beginning of the game. You should listen to the dialogue of this. The NPC of the game. Wow. Odin and Balder. Very crazy. It's not crazy. It's just very corresponding to the emotions of the field and the programs of the field. And I really feel like I'm beating on a dead horse right now, to be honest with you. I really do, because it just seems like the only outlet, the only way to release the static pressure is to get this out here for people to see. And the problem is there's no actions being done. Like I could sit here and point this phone at my face all day, but if I don't go out there and show you what's going on the power lines and let you listen to what the hell's going on, it's almost impossible to catch this shit unless I have some equipment or a magnet, and it just starts sticking on stone. And you're not going to see it on the magnet, but if I have the equipment, you can see this current because it's like an alternating current. It's a magnetic field. It'll pull a magnet. It's all over it goes all over your hair or your head because it attaches to your eyeball, and it will pull static up, and it's attenuating to your muscles and your breathing. This shit's pretty bad, dude. It has a potential of being really great, but if somebody wants harmonics of pain signals and putting you in pain and getting harmonic filters, getting different DNA, like just imagine this one. When you're trying to take a pee, it feels like you got to poop and you can't pee. Now imagine this one. You're trying to relieve yourself with a sexual partner, and all of a sudden it feels like you got a shit, and then they start running your shit harmonics into your brain, because that's how you get into someone's brain, is through their anus. It goes right to the brain. This is like a pathologist conversation. Like these medical examiners and shit, they gotta know this. And if they don't know it, it should be like penalty flag. Penalty flag. Unnecessary roughness, penalty flag, something. That's a bad one. It's automatic first down. Penalty flag. And then it makes you think of the University of Pennsylvania. Because I'm in Pennsylvania, and the University of Pennsylvania, boy oh boy, that's the rich school. That's where Legacy's at. Legacy Media. Nobel Peace Prize was won there last year. And I have all this technology here doing this shit. Who sold them the data? These 0 days. Who sold them the data? Because they worked on a new inoculation. And they won the Nobel Peace Prize for an inoculation. And it's a very specific computer program. And it's just so wild to know that your blood, your muscles can be literally used, have electroceuticals used on them at any time. You don't even have to take medication. It's what I would consider developing nanotechnology. You got to ask yourself, what is nanotechnology and how is it developed? And you yourself as the human, develop your own nanotechnology with your own DNA, your own harmonics. Now it could get taken. As of right now, it is being taken. And there's going to be so many court cases that need to be it's not civil suit because it's criminal, because it's illegal to do things like this. Obviously, if you're doing this to Amaranth, you think she's going to let you get away with it? No, that girl's going to take you to court immediately, and she's going to have a bunch of people represent her and stop you from doing this and stop you from stealing from her. And this has become a social justice issue. Guys, there's a lot of you that are trying to protect yourselves, or are trying to help yourselves and do what I did while I was laying in the field. You're using all these grounding blankets, doing all this crazy stuff. If somebody doesn't want you to do that, guys, you're not going to do that anymore. I promise you, you can't ground yourself. There's no such thing as ground. It's earth. It's earthing. Someone will use that ground and change the harmonic on you, and you will not be able to do any of these grounding blankets, any of these hyperbaric chambers, nothing. These abilities, these human abilities, will be taken away from you if somebody doesn't want you doing it anymore. I've been getting a lot of advertisements for pistols lately. I wonder why. Artificial intelligence. Why are you sending advertisements of pistols? How C4 works? What else are you sending me? A lot of hot girls. A lot of transgender women. I can't even tell the difference if they're man or woman. A lot of girls walking around in thongs. A lot of pistols. A lot of what else did I see today? Oh, the artificial intelligently generated milk machine. That's a good. I had to look that one up. But just imagine that being done with quasi-static instead of a robotic machine, or like a little pump in it. We all know the adult bookstore toys. Okay, there's some new ones that are here already, and just imagine it happening in quasi-static. Whether, like, at first I thought it was like uranium lattices or plutonium. The human body apparently makes plutonium lattice after you eat, and all the proteins and minerals, and especially in your poop. There's a lot of stuff you could do there. It's like free energy. They want to start using cow patties to save the earth. And hence we're inoculating cows now to monitor their flagellants. You gotta watch my eyeballs. See, what's really weird. All right, I've been talking long enough. This has been 20 minutes already. Just wanted to get some things off my chest, and there's active spyware taking place right now. Um, I've been filing complaints. I've been asking for help, and it's like one of those things like where if you cry wolf too many times, no one's going to believe you. But here's the issue: no one's looking. No one's even inviting me to their office to look, to do samples, and no one's doing any looking at all. And the only people that did look was at a doctor's office or emergency room in a hospital, and they kicked me out of the emergency room. They didn't even look. They didn't use any tools, any machines that we have today, any advanced technology. Wouldn't even go look at the computer and look up some of the stuff I'm talking about. So I don't know what else to do. I really don't. It's really getting on my nerves. I'm getting fed up. It's cyberbullying 101. That's the issue. Guys, we're making transparent cell phones. Other countries have them. We're making cell phones that project holograms. Whatever. If you're watching this video right now on your phone, there's applications you could get for cell phones in other countries where it will project that on the wall or the ground. No, it's not. It's a screen mirror, like a screencast for television, like Apple and stuff has. Whatever you're watching, you could put it right on a television. Well, it goes onto the wall. Right from your cell phone, right now, the current phone you have. We're working on transparent cell phones, people. There's no parts in it. The sky's the limit right now, and you can definitely control the weather. Talk to you in the near future.